No, I'm not trying to be mini Jew Bagel. It's negative like 30 something outside, and I'm in the basement, so it's a little chilly. We just got an update with Seal that came out, and a lot of other cool features. I'll let all the other content creators deal with that stuff. But today's video is going to be how to beat NARAKA, Boiling Waterfall. It's free to play, you can easily do it. You just gotta follow step-by-step process. If you end up liking this video, make sure to hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Tip of the day, field events. If you did a field event on one of your summoners, it'll show up and say unavailable. However, if you switch your summoners, you can then redo the event. Each summoner can do each type of event one time a day. So as you see, there's 4 mining events, there's 3 boss fights, there's 4 times you can dance. Each summoner can do every single one. The more you know. Alright, I can't do it, I can't. Maybe if Bagel played, I don't know. I'm gonna go over to the NARAKA raid as simple as possible. But what you need to know before you start is getting your area exploration quest going. There's a lot of prerequisites into getting into Boiling Waterfall NARAKA raid, but really you gotta make sure that you have the Betrayed Metis completed, which is beating White Shadow Castle 10 times, and then you'll be able to get the Rukarangma Boiling Waterfall quest to beat Boiling Waterfall. And I bring this up because today Seal came out, and to get into Seal, you have to beat the NARAKA raid 10 times to complete this Loss of NARAKA quest so you can do Revive Giant Statue and get into Seal. Alright, NARAKA. It's very, very simple. It's mainly a team comp check and a gear check. You don't even need the bonus. My 2 guildies have the bonus, and we were pretty much doing about the same amount of damage, and you'll see that. I honestly wish I had the bonus because I would have blew it up. But really, it's talking about team comp. You need at least 1 to 2 healers. I say that 1 or 2 because I don't really count like a Wusa or heal over time a healer. So it's like that 1.5 spot. But you really need like a healer or a cleanser or immunity or some kind of combo that brings everything so that they can remove the damage over time that NARAKA places. Because once you get healed the full, the dot goes away. And I'm pretty sure Annabelle can just cleanse it off anyway, which Annabelle's right here. Sorry, I know you can't see that because my big old head. You know, you need your attack buffs and everything like that. Defense breaks from like Orbia or Helia or whatever, but you also need one of 2 things. A Karambit or a Lupinus as damage dealer, preferably on all 3 summoners, or you can bring some kind of crowd control monster if your summoner doesn't have a lot of crowd control. But it's not needed if you have Karambit or Lupinus on your team. Karambit's the free-to-play 5-star. He is very good for NARAKA raid, so you might as well build them. I'll show you the stats and build on my 3 monsters that I'm using and my Orbia stats. But I'm gonna go over the fight, and if you follow step-by-step process, you will be able to beat it if you have the damage. So as you can see, Reticent and Gritty Pie do have the bonus, and I do not have the bonus. And it doesn't really matter. You will see the damage meter at the top as the fight goes by. First thing to note when you're walking into NARAKA, right when you aggro the boss, he's going to drop 3 red circles around the map, and you do not want to be near them or stand on them at all. This is pretty much a given to any kind of raid. Do not stand on red. It is bad. So once you guys have dodged all those 3 red circles, then everyone wants to stack up. The reason everyone stacks up is because all your support monsters on all 3 raid members do give buffs and heals to everyone in the raid. Some skills do, some skills don't. But this is just a damage phase right now. We're just damaging until he starts Dragon's Roar. If you see big red bars of destruction, you want to get out of the way. You do not want to stand in very stinky fiery breath. If you see a giant red circle, if you can get out of it, that is perfectly the best situation to do. If not, if you have a cleanser, it doesn't matter. The cleanser can remove the heal block. So now you get into the Dragon's Roar phase. Dragon's Roar, you need to do as much damage as possible to NARAKA. This first phase, you have to deal 3% of damage to his HP in order to drop the Dragon's Roar. Then he drops to the ground, and it's pretty much just a nuke damage phase before he goes up into the air. Once he goes up into the air, you will have to deal with adds going towards 3 different pillars, and you will need to make sure you get out of fire, get out of red bars of destruction, but each summoner needs to take and choose a pillar to protect, and you really need to kill these adds so they do not do damage and break the pillar. Make sure to watch out for red bars of destruction. While he's in the air, he still does AoE damage and damage to the ground. In this phase, you definitely want to change to like focus target if you can. You don't have to, it just helps. I do realize this halfway through. Just so I can get to that front enemy, and I think it's probably right around here is when I change it, which I did end up changing it there. I just want to make sure to kill the front enemies so that they do not do damage to the pillars, because you need to kill them before NARAKA goes up in the air and does his AoE destruction of death. Because when he does do that, every summoner needs to stand underneath the barrier so that you do not get one shot. You get this invulnerable buff, and the pillar does not go away if the elements aren't there. So there, now we're all safe. You wait till he does the big red fiery destruction spell, and then you go back in, and it's a rinse and repeat after this. I wanted to mention with these adds, the shield that they have, it can be immediately removed if you do any type of crowd control on them, which is a provoke, a stun, whatever, any CC effect that you can use that to remove this shield instantly. However, if you have Lupinus or Karambit, it's instant, like you don't even need to worry about it. They ignore the shield and they die. But after that, you just rinse and repeat. You don't stand in red circles of fiery destruction. You don't want to dilly-dally in the big red bars of fiery flame. You know, it's just an instant rinse and repeat, non-stop, over and over until you kill him. So this second Dragon's Roar phase, you have to deal 5% damage to its HP. So you really need the damage in order to get past this second phase of Dragon Roars. But if you have the damage, you can do it, and we just barely have enough damage here. If I had that bonus, I'd be killing it. See, as you can see right here, I'm already at the top currently, and it's just Orbia and Karambit doing the damage. But I do get beat out at the end by Ret. So it just really just depends. And they both had a bonus. Come on, boys, step it up. Anyway, so step out of red flames, bars, rinse and repeat, guys. But as you can see, if you follow these steps, the NARAKA will be simple as that, and you'll get your purples and 4-star awakening purple gear that doesn't really mean much to you because the substats suck. As you can see here, for my Orbia, yeah, not working. Pretty good Cleef tank build gear, so I'll probably still build it and put it on Cleef, but GG. Reticent just barely beat me, 70,000 damage. These are my stats, just so you know. I did use a food attack buff, which everybody should be using food at this point. It tremendously helps you. The food buff is from the Thanksgiving event, 330 attack. So this gave me roughly 5,300 attack, 93.7 crit, 164 crit damage, 86% accuracy, and I feel like these stats are really good for Orbia, especially for free to play. My gear has a lot more room to improve. With my monsters, Karambit, all my monsters need work. Free to play, come on. But he is on Swift Blade, 208 attack speed, 70 crit. I want that crit up. I need this crit damage up completely. 133, 115% precision, and that's why my crit damage is a little bit lower, because I wanted to prioritize attack speed and precision, because if you're gonna go for attack speed, you need precision, and I mainly go attack speed because of his basic attack having a 35% rate to do 66% of attack and ignore targets beneficial effects and damage, defense, penetration. Karambit is a basic attack monster. I don't care what anybody says. If you're building him without attack speed, you're doing it wrong. My Bastet is not a Rage Blade type of Bastet. Needs some improvement with 62k health on like a triple set of energy guard and accuracy just to get me what I need. She does the job. Both Karambit and Bastet are max skilled. Karambit's at an Awakening 14 and Bastet is just at Awakening 9. Wusa, Awakening 5. No skill ups, but he does the job, and that's all that matters to me. I'm spamming Bastet as a soul link. I'm keeping her shield up, and doing so gives me a level 2 heal over time for 10 seconds. He also gives me immunity, but if I could skill him up, it'd be much safer. But because I constantly have a shield, I don't take much damage, and if I do, the heal over times will do its work. But that's it for today's video. Because Seal came out, I just wanted to make sure I get this NARAKA guide out for you, because A, you need to do 10 Foggies. B, you need to do 10 White Castle raids as well. Yes, we do. And C, you need to do 10 NARAKAs to get into Seal. Just do this with friends and guildies, because if you try to do randoms, there's going to be a lot of people that kick because you don't have the bonus. But just so you know, you don't need no bonus. Have the right team comp, have the right gear, have the right builds on your monsters, and you'll have no problem beating NARAKA. If you like this video, like my content, sub, like, ding ding a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.